The GOAT retired. Speculation already had last week, but now it's official. And you already know that rumors are flying around with trade Jared Goff to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we're going to talk about it. Jim Harbaugh, head coach of Michigan, interviewing for the Minnesota Vikings. Could he be headed to the NFC North? What does that mean for our team? JONAH Jackson to the Pro Bowl. Congratulations. We'll talk about it a little bit. As well as Chris Godwin. Could he be a player the Lions target? Brad Holmes interview about the Senior Bowl. We're going to get all into it. But before we get into this video, if you think it'd be a smart idea if you're an up-and-coming rapper and to make your voice heard and to get known, you're going to talk about Haley Eminem's daughter, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors, and sometimes you can get wrecked. Also, make sure you get that like button, turn it to a DJ, have that bad boy spitting on Haley as well. Let's get into today's Lions rumors. Jared Goff trade to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Heard all last week. I tried to avoid it. Now I'm already hearing it after the GOAT retired just officially about 10 minutes ago from when I'm recording this. Why I think this is extremely unlikely, there's multiple reasons why. First off, his cap hit is $30 million. His dead cap hit is around $30 million as well. That is a lot of money to be giving up. From our perspective, you're taking a massive hit. We only got about $45 million, approximately, just depending on if they want to cut some specific players. And you're then sending him to a team would have to take up his cap for this year, in which they don't have a whole lot of over there in Tampa Bay. What does that mean? It means extremely unlikely from a capital perspective. And when you look at what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they could just simply go ahead and draft a quarterback. The best way for them to get better. And guess what? There's going to be quarterbacks in the later rounds that they could get. Sam Howell could be available for them. Maybe a Malik Willis, somebody else they may cover it. Maybe they want to trade up. That is very possible. Or they could just go ahead and trade for Jimmy Garoppolo of the San Francisco 49ers, who we all know is on the trade block with Trey Lance. So the Detroit Lions trading Jared Goff to Tampa Bay is extremely unlikely. But let me know what you guys think. Would you guys want to trade Jared Goff, whether it be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or somebody else? Let me know in the comment section with Y's and N's. Y for yes, N for no. Let me know what you guys think. Aaron Glenn set to interview with the New Orleans Saints here very shortly, and it's very possible he could get the job. I still think it's a little bit more unlikely given how I think they're just going to go with their offensive coordinator, but Aaron Glenn is definitely a magician. What he has done with the Detroit Lions defense, familiar with the New Orleans Saints, was with the organization. He's going to be highly recommended. Possible that he could get the job. I look at about 40 to 60, 40 not 60%, but we've seen crazier things happen. If he gets the job, we're losing a very good mind for the Detroit Lions, and that would be bad for the Lions defense. What would occur if we did lose him? Who would be the likely candidate to replace him? You'd have to look towards Aubrey Pleasant. Right now, the Detroit Lions secondaries coach, he's actually defensive coordinator for the Senior Bowl. Promote within, and I think that's a very great concept. It's what very good franchises do. You develop your coaches within your own coaching tree. The Dan Campbell coaching tree, Aubrey Pleasant did a phenomenal job with the Detroit Lions secondary. Really great. All these injuries with Jeffrey Okudah, with Amani Oruwariye, with Jerry Jacobs, with Afutu Melifonwu. We've seen it throughout the season, and bring in a player, they do good. Bring in another player, do good. Will Harris, safety, into the cornerback position. He had a lot of imprints on what took place this season with the Lions secondary, him and Aaron Glenn. They both done a phenomenal job. And if the Lions do lose out on Glenn, I think taking Pleasant and promoting him to that position would be smart. Dan Campbell likes to have individuals he's familiar with, having a connection with his own coaches. We've seen with the Anthony Lynn situation, if you don't have that connection, that collaboration, that same mind think, then I think that you could have a dysfunction. And right now, Aubrey Pleasant, already in the organization. Again, he was familiar with Dan Campbell before coming to the Detroit Lions. So I think that it is a very good opportunity to promote within. Still, I would love to see Aaron Glenn come back. No doubt about it. I want to see him come back. But this would probably be the plan B for the Detroit Lions. Let me know in the comment section. Would you be okay if Aaron Glenn left, that they promote Aubrey Pleasant? JONAH Jackson, he is in the Pro Bowl. Huge shout out to JONAH Jackson as an alternate. Look, I look at the Pro Bowl as a popularity contest, but I have no problem giving props where props is due. JONAH Jackson was an individual people looked at. Could he be the future of the Lions offensive line? Well, he continues to grow as his sophomore year, making the Pro Bowl. The Lions offensive line is stout. Taylor Decker, JONAH Jackson, Frank Ragnow, Big V, and Penei Sewell. Very good offensive line. And you can see what Frank Haley has done with these guys. Huge shout out to him. Congratulations. Do you want to see Jim Harbaugh, Michigan head coach, former head coach of the San Francisco 49ers, join the NFC North? Let me know in the comment section with Y's and N's. I know I have a lot of Michigan fans that watch this channel, and obviously we've seen the success that he had at San Francisco. Do you want to face this guy twice a year? Y for yes and for no. Jim Harbaugh is flying out to Minnesota. He will be interviewing with the Vikings tomorrow, Wednesday, for the head coaching position for that franchise. And I tell you what, I think there's mixed feelings here. First off, he did a good job, a phenomenal job at the San Francisco 49ers, took that team and made it a perennial playoff football team, a team that you got to reckon with, a very physical football team, strong defense, run the football, win games. That's what he did. Very good job with his win-loss record, but he did have some issues with management. If he becomes the Minnesota Vikings head coach, we have Cook, the running back over there. They need help on defense. They got a pretty good offense, and I think he can make Kirk Cousins look really well. I think if he becomes head coach, that makes the Minnesota Vikings a scary, scary team in the NFC North. So I do not want to see Jim Harbaugh leave Michigan and go to the NFC North and Minnesota Vikings. Feels like the Lions are getting close to being a good team. And with potentially Aaron Rodgers leaving, a dysfunction with the coaching staff and the general manager of Minnesota, as well as not a lot of people like the hiring over there for the Chicago Bears. Looks like the Lions have a chance to make a statement in the next couple years for the North. But if you bring in Jim Harbaugh, who is good in winning in the NFL, that can make it even harder for the Detroit Lions. And I know I got a lot of Michigan fans out there that like Jim Harbaugh finally beat Ohio State. So this one is conflicting for sure. I prefer him not to be in the NFC North. That is my personal opinion. Let me know, like I said earlier, do you want this guy in the North? Brad Holmes spoke at the Senior Bowl. He did a little bit of an interview, about 14 minutes, answered a bunch of questions. Very good to hear from our GM. And instantly he was asked about the Stafford trade, and like he said Stafford requests to be traded. He got the draft picks. He's happy with it, happy with the Rams' success, because obviously he's got connections over there. Also, he talked about wide receivers, what type of player he's looking for. He's looking for gritty players that can represent the Detroit Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown, gritty. Looking for gritty players, specifically at the wide receiver position, like Amon-Ra. I like it. That's what you need. We need a physical football team. So what does that mean for going forward for the Lions draft? Look for players that are wide receivers that can good at blocking, that good at catching, are physical individuals. That's what they'll be looking for the Lions. He is definitely watching all the prospects in the Senior Bowl. We're looking at quarterbacks. He has not thrown that off the table. He's looking at them. We have a chance to look at Malik Willis. We have a chance to look at Sam Howell and Bailey Zappi. And that's great. You need to look at every single position. I have no issue with that whatsoever. offensive line, defensive line, safety positions. If you have an opportunity to watch the practice of the Senior Bowl, I'd suggest do it, as well as watch the Senior Bowl to see who sticks out from our squad as well as the Jet squad. Many sites talked about this, that potentially Chris Godwin could be a target for the Detroit Lions. This has been a rumor that's flying around a little bit, and I actually do think that there is smoke to this fire. Just like Brad Holmes was talking about gritty players, that's what Chris Godwin is. Very gritty. He can run block. He's big time in contested catches. He can make the big play. Part of a winning organization. He's not too old, and I don't think it's going to cost a ton to get him to the Lions. I think that's a perfect situation for Detroit. The Lions getting him, throw him on the offense, get Amon-Ra St. Brown, draft a wide receiver. I think this wide receiver core could go from being one of the worst or a weakness of this team to being a strength of the Detroit Lions in 2022. And this offense could take that next step. That would be fantastic for the Detroit Lions. Let me know in the comment section, would you like Chris Godwin to be a Detroit Lion? Got videos dropping every single day. Got one tomorrow. Got the One Pride podcast on Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We talk the latest news and rumors, and we take questions for you for the mailbag segment. Great questions get put on a video on Saturday for the mailbag video, and we got a video dropping on Friday as well. So make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and you don't miss out on the latest news rumors regarding our Detroit Lions.